In this video, I will be examining the design features and usability of different COVID-19 dashboards for universities with the target audience of college students with average experience using their university's websites. I will be examining 3 different websites and comparing the similarities and differences within these sites to figure out what works best for sharing this information. The first COVID-19 dashboard I'll be looking at is UNC's. The website begins with an explanation of the purpose of the site and disclaimers about how information is being portrayed. There are various links to engage the audience to explore other mediums in which the university is sharing information. One thing I noticed was that there is a mobile-friendly version of the dashboard to enable people to view this information on any device. The university also includes a statement about accessibility to further explain the reasoning for the dashboard, being to provide data to make decisions on public health and overall transparency. Then, the website includes a series of graphs that have a blue and white color scheme, matching UNC's college colors. The font varies and is small in some places. However, if you scroll over the information, it will enlarge it. The different graphs also have explanations if you scroll over the info icon next to each heading. The various charts use color, shapes, and numbers to explain how COVID has affected UNC's campus. It also is important to note that the original site did not include the names of residence halls with clusters and the number of cases connecting to those clusters. This was later added after users complained that their cluster notifications were not specific enough. At the bottom of the page, it also has links to external resources with other COVID dashboards for context of theirs. Overall, the site does accomplish their goal to provide transparency and give the public the information that the university is using to make decisions. The university also listened to students to make the website more detailed, and there are multiple tools like the enlargement feature and the mobile version that make the site user-friendly. The University of South Carolina site differs from UNC's because it includes a current campus status that tells the user the conclusion drawn from the analysis of all the data. USC also uses Tableau, which is one software that the universities are using to display this data. Essentially, Tableau takes information from a data sheet, or it can be manually imported into these graphics and displayed. They include a download accessible spreadsheet, which UNC did not have. USC had the same color scheme using university colors and had similar graphics and charts, although they were not exactly the same content-wise, and I found theirs easier to read. The graphs also included interactive features to display the data better. USC also included external resources and defined what some of the terms meant, but I thought UNC's was easier to find since they used the info icon in the header of the chart itself. The Alabama University system compiled their data onto one site, which I thought was helpful for comparison and to understand what the data meant. The site did not use Tableau and did not have as much information as the previous 2 sites. The site was mainly black and white except for the individual university colors, which was used to distinguish what data was for each school. I thought that this site had the largest discrepancy in how data was presented depending on the window size of your internet browser. In the smaller window, the graphics highlighted the percentages that are smaller numbers more than the individual case or testing numbers, which are larger, whereas they are much more equal in a larger browser, like UNC and USC, which displayed both the data and the individual numbers together and without emphasis on one type of data. I think it is also easy to miss some of the important things mentioned in the text since it is a small font and plain black text. In conclusion, these sites do relay information to college kids about COVID-19 on their campuses, but there are different design flaws with each site. Overall, if you want to understand the information, the tools are there to interpret the data, but the sites themselves were likely made quickly since the schools made their reopening plans fast. This is evident in the lack of detailed design elements to make this information easier to understand and digest.